Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Carly and this channel is called Carly's Crafts and Interests. Welcome if you're new here and welcome back if you have seen other videos that I have done. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most, if not the most famous mystery author, Agatha Christie. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Agatha Christie's full name is Agatha Mary Clarissa Christie. Now, Christie was um, the name that she had when she got married a second time. I'll go into that a bit of how that came to be. She was born in 1890 in Torquay, and she died in 1976 in Wellington. She has done 64 detective stories and 14 short stories. You may have seen some of the recent adaptations that have been done in recent years where Kenneth Branagh plays Poirot, which is one of her detectives. Now, I personally am a David Suchet fan who had that role in a number of different series that were done of her novels made into episodes for over 20 years. I think personally, because they stick closer to the novels, if not really, really, really close, that is, I just like him better. Though David Brown is fun, he's got a ridiculous mustache, as we know, and so it's not like I don't like, them. I think they're okay. Getting on to what we were talking about, she was first married to Archibald Christie, and he, in later on, decided that he was going to go off with this other woman. At this time, Agatha Christie decided to just disappear. Nobody could find her. It got into the newspapers and everything. He wanted to divorce Agatha and get together with this other person. They did find her at the Swan Hydopath. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but it's kind of unusual hotel in Yorkshire. She was up, and so that's kind of unusual. She had used the last name of her husband's lover as her last name at the hotel. Now, after she was found, she went off to her sister's and she cut herself off from the phone, and everybody just wanted to be left alone after this whole thing. It's speculation of why she went off. People are not certain exactly the exact reason why. They thought maybe she had a breakdown due to the fact her husband wanted to divorce her. They're not quite sure. But luckily she was found. And a few years after that, she met Max Mallowan, and she was by Queen Elizabeth II. She was given a DBE, which is a very high honor, and she was named Dame Agatha Christie for the rest of that time forth. She is the most translated individual author. And also, one interesting fact is that when she was younger, she was a nurse in the voluntary aid detachment for the British Red Cross. So that's kind of cool. Now, she's mainly we know her mainly for her detective novels. And I've got quite a few. I've got a few out here before. Ways that you may find her. You can find her like this We got Poirot as her main detective. We might find a little bit more modern cover like this. Or you might find her like this, where there isn't a detective assigned to the book, but, drama and, murder mystery occurs about it. Or there's compilations here. This is called Murder for Christmas, Agatha Christie. This is a selection of different works that she has done that I have. I found this at a bookstore. This one has Murder for Christmas, The Hollow, Murder in Retrospect, and 13 to Dinner. So that's fun. And I got a number of more of her novels. I like both Poirot and Miss Marple. They are both different in their own ways. Miss Marple, of course, is a nobody kind of not kind of not a nobody, but she's not of high importance. But she gets herself into important situations by being a little bit nosy, a little bit meddling, into people's affairs, solving crimes, getting to know the police commissioner or inspector, and sometimes they have to deal with her even though they may not want to. Unlike with Poirot, where he is good friends with Inspector Japp, who works for Scotland Yard, and he doesn't have to have that, resistance that Miss Marple has a bit, if you notice in her novels and in the shows if you've watched them. Saying his name wrong here. Poirot is meticulous. He is methodical. He is very, interested in details. Now this one says Agatha Christie up here, but she didn't write this book actually. Sophie Hannah did, and she's written a few of them. But she was given permission to write and put Poirot in her books and make it so that, Poirot can live on, even though Agatha Christie hasn't, since I was born, basically. But she's been, Sophie Hannah has been given that, privilege to write and make stories about Poirot, basically. There's like a commission or a trust about it for Agatha Christie. She did have one son, and I guess, from that they gave her permission, which I think is interesting. Anyways, if you haven't discovered Agatha Christie, you really have. Her books are out there. There's 64 detective ones to read. I don't have all 64, but, maybe one day I will. I hope you enjoyed this look into her life, her characters, and will join me for more book reviews, which I like to do when I'm not doing crafting. I hope you will like and subscribe this video. It would really mean a lot to me if you did. And if you haven't subscribed, and hope you come back, because I love talking about books, and I like doing crafts that are, easy for people to do. I hope you have a great day, and signing off for now.